This Mafia. I'd love to see this one push into game number 5. It's definitely going to be one heck of a series. I'm expecting a bloodbath here on Plaza Strongholds, but we'll see. I mean, Plaza was not French Toast Mafia's game in the series against Sturgip, and maybe they could put it together here on Strongholds. It's definitely a different style, different pace than it is in Slayer.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing we have noticed, well, with the Olympus squad is how much they panic in something like Objective versus Slayer. So I'm not sure if that's going to play into effect with either of these squads. All I do know is that we are going to see Gosu crew meeting a bit more force here when it comes to these objective games, like when it comes to getting possibly trip capped on. Like a squad like French Toast Mafia, they're not just going to sit back after they get 3 or 4 members down. Yeah. They're going to hunt down that last person. They're going to go for that final stronghold cap. They're going to try to get a double cap in CTF. They're going to push their advantages when they have them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good point, is they're going to have to make sure that they're playing a lot tighter here. That's the key word for Gosu crew, because whenever they get any type of setup, they need to make sure that they are holding it and expecting that these players are going to be pushing out and hitting their shots. That's something that these guys did very well, especially Demon D, who did that numerous times as the last guy alive. So if anything, if they could take anything away from that previous series, is make sure that they're calling out the names of the players here, because certain players are going to do certain tendencies, and you're going to be able to maybe predict where certain players are going to go. Demon D, most likely, he's going to constantly be hiding and waiting for the numbers advantage and trying to use that to the rest of the French Toast Mafia's disposal. So we're going to see if they're going to be able to do that here again, as now they're able to get control for the first time. And I love this positioning that Arctic's in. Just sitting here anchoring S4. Yes, he does get taken out of no shields, but that's why S4 is such a great spot, because you have so much area to fall back on.
Yeah, it also is a use of resources. Right there, you're basically forcing the opposing squad to have 2 different angles in order to take you out. And even in the case where they had a different angle here on that Snipe 4 side, they were only just able to back Arctic down. He was able to just run back over towards Nest, and that player who was over near Cafe could not do anything about it. It's like that person now has to charge out, and their position's obviously given up since they laid down shot at S4. It's a really tough spot to attack. So great job by Arctic, like you said, holding down S4.
And now it looks like, Ian, that is confirmation that it is Chaser. So thank you, 100JJX, for the text. Appreciate the information coming in. These guys trolling with their second tags, always confusing me. Thought there's some new up-and-coming player also named Ian, which is such a rare name. There was no way that was going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely not going to happen. It's funny
nice try, Ian.
We've seen like 2 or 3 different gamer tags come up through the Pro Circuit League, where it's like, you know, stuff like Frosty or the Unlegit that are all similar, but we're giving flack to Ian, who just happens to have the same first name as someone else.
3 flooding in immediately towards the yard area. Look at this, French Toast Mafia, they are laying it on right now. 53-12 and counting. They're going to easily be able to get this player out of Nest. They have 4 players looking at him, and a nice grenade coming in from Cloud. Also gets the distraction medal. Lays down another melee, taking 2 players, no shields. And a third is going to drop as well. So just great teamwork coming in from French Toast Mafia. Gosu crew definitely on the ropes. There's really no reason for this final guy. Tech9, yeah, he gets a kill, but that was just a bad challenge from Cloud. I was going to say there's really no challenge that is necessary from either of these players. Everyone just died. Tech9 probably could have fell back and reset. Either way, that kill doesn't mean much besides a triple cap that is going to not happen for French Toast Mafia. It slows things down just a little bit, but still, trades of kills coming in from each and every way. Tech9, he's trying to do his best down here, but eventually you are most likely going to see people to come down here and contest us, and that's exactly what's happening. 3 players from French Toast Mafia flooding down.
Yeah, 2 things I noticed there from that Cloud challenge. One is, it seems like French Toast Mafia, when they have control of the map, it seems like maybe they try to press things a little too hard. We talked about that before, how we were always baffled and surprised where French Toast Mafia would have control of weapons, or they'd have numbers on members of Straight, yet they would come behind in those situations. They would end up falling, giving up deaths. Ooh. What a great play from Chaser right there.
Wow.
He must have caught that out of the corner of his eye or heard some footsteps or something like that, and then just instantly thrusts back and gets that kill. Not even a trade, gets the kill.
That was ridiculous reaction coming in from Ian. Now we're going to see Ramy with the shotgun. We've all seen what he can do on over here in the Pro League when he would go and fill in for, I believe it was Denal eSports when he picked up that triple kill. Now he's going to rotate on over here in that spot, same exact spot as before, waiting for these players to filter on over here. The triple cap comes in. They have to desperate down towards bottom middle. They were able to capture Nest, but it's going to be up to Rami with this shotgun. All 4 players down there. Gosu crew, they pull it off. The desperation play, they needed that a long time ago. So we're going to see what can happen now because they need to play this perfectly, Dave. Even if you capture 2 strongholds just for a second or 2 here for French Toast Mafia, that's virtually a win. So you need to almost retake it immediately if they do, aka no time to make any type of bad plays. So Ian Chaser, he's going to try to find what the right play is. Is it going to be making his way on over here to help his teammates? 2 people are going to drop to Arctic, and that's not a good sign because now they're going to rotate and get some map control on over towards the Nest side. You can see them capturing that currently. It's going to be up to Ian to come and rotate around. Going for the back smack. He's able to land it. Rami getting out of there for some reason. I thought Ian was going to go for the Spartan charge assassination, but instead Rami came right to him.
Yeah, so great plays so far here from Gosu crew. Now, the only problem, like you highlighted before, though, is French Toast Mafia, they just need to make one good play, get one set of 3 or 4 kills, and they're insured to get the last 4 points. Whereas Gosu crew pretty much has to play perfect Halo for the next 60 points.
Yeah.
So it's so tough to put yourself in that position where there's no room for error, and it's not like you're just 20 or 30 points away. You are minutes away from winning this game, and to expect French Toast Mafia not to be able to pull off something over the next few minutes, it's over. Yeah.
And it was just, you know, one
contestation.
Hey. All right, there it is. So yeah, we had, you know, just a couple of individual kills going on over, and when your entire team does it, it makes the team look great. Like you have some sort of amazing teamwork, but really it was Demon D pushing with the shotgun, Arctic picking up a nice kill with his Magnum, and that's pretty much all you needed. All you need is a couple of players down and then flooding into the stronghold, take control of it for a second, and you don't even have to get out of the stronghold, Dave. As long as you sit in there after you captured it and just contest it for, like I said, a couple of seconds, that's going to be more than enough time. 7 minutes overall was the game. You could see the Slays, they weren't that out of control in the favor of French Toast Mafia, but that score is 100-47, not very close overall, and it could have actually been around 100-12.
Yeah, it could have if they didn't somehow get that last second, you know, you call it desperation, and it really was. Like, they just piled in bomb center. It worked out. They got the kills they needed, and so able to pull that one off and bring it to a more respectable game, but that was still just French Toast Mafia written all over it.
It had French Toast Mafia written all over it, that's for sure. So now we move into Truth Slayer. We'll see if they can do it. I mean, I saw some solid plays individually. Just teamwork-wise, you can see they were definitely outmatched in terms of the setups. The setups weren't as strong, nearly as strong as French Toast Mafia's. You got to be very impressed with how long they were able to keep those captures. The triple cap especially, they were able to even break the setup fairly easily. I mean, they only allowed 30 points, Dave, after they had, I think, 96-12, and that game ended around like 100-44. So even then, only allowing 30 points after they were giving them everything that they could is still, you know, a fairly good sign for these guys moving forward. If they would have made that maybe 100-80 or 100-90 and gotten that much more confidence, you'd have to be a lot more worried going into Truth Slayer.
Yeah, and
or you could have the Dave Wall strategy where if I'm going to lose, just give it to me, you know, give it to me on the golden platter, man. Just give me the loss. I'll forfeit. I'll take the
your
L.
best swings. Get it out right now.
Let's just move on to the next game because I'm winning the next one. Let's just, you know,
just forget about that one. We had no chance in the last game.
Yeah, it's our. We're not even good at that game type anyway. It's their. I always like that. It's their best map. That's what we always said in Beaver TS.
Can't believe they're trying that hard.
Yeah, like whatever. They're playing from red side and they had host anyway.
It is always incredible to see the excuses that come out in those situations, and I've heard them all, and I've given them all too.
All right, guys. Looks like we did have VTech lagging out of that one, so we're gonna get VTech inside very soon and then get that one restarted. Truth Slayer, we didn't see any type of beginning strategies, no information given to the other team, so going to be a fair, fresh restart here when VTech gets back into the lobby. But French Toast Mafia, they were the favorites going into this series. They continue to show why they were in the winners bracket finals here. I'm also curious to see how these teams have matched up in the past because they're definitely 2 teams that have been in previous Legendary Cups. So I want to say that we have seen these guys face off before.
Yeah, they definitely have faced off, but it's, you know, with different roster shakes and stuff like that, I don't think we've ever seen these 8 square off.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's definitely been 2 or 3 players, at least the core, Demon D, Cloud, they've been sticking
versus
together.
VTech and Brainstorm, like those guys have been playing each other a decent amount for sure.
All right, so VTech, he's already back. He's already in the lobby. We're already starting this one. We're getting it ready to go. Truth Slayer game number 2. Winner, keep in mind, they're moving on to the grand finals, which is going to be a best of 7 straight ripping. They're waiting in that, just waiting for these guys to finish this series out. And that's always the question that I have, too, in this type of scenario. When you're in the winner's bracket, what do you do here to get the best practice possible if you're already waiting on? Do you continue with the flag warm-ups? Do you watch to try to get some information? And your mind is ready to go. You're focused. You want to get it going, but it's all about the reactionary shots and keeping those mechanics warmed up too. So I'm expecting around like a game, say it goes to game 4 or so, that's when those guys will start getting warmed up. But in the meantime, gathering as much information as they can to watch.
Yeah, I think you can do that for a first couple games of the series, but like you said, when it gets down to the game being, 1 game away before you have to play, you gotta get like those flag warm-ups in. You gotta have your shot ready, because whatever squad wins this match, they're going to be ready for straight ripping. Their shot's going to be on fire, ready to go. And look at this. I think we saw 3 down right off the bat there. Make that all 4 for just a moment. Gosu crew not having the best start here on Truth Team Slayer.
Not at all, and that's difficult because now you're all trapped inside of the bubble. And Rami, he's locking down cover fire from P2. You have both side bases under control right now. Well, not completely under control, but at least pressured. And now you're going to see multiple players pushing in from blue pink side and blue car side. It's going to be Demon D and Rami with the pinch. However, you got to be careful. They got pink side spawns and already pushed on over towards the street. So a great job by VTech staying alive, and a great job by Ian Chaser pushing up over towards the opposing street to go and get the pinch on towards pink 2.
I was going to say, that's pretty rare, too, to see your teammates give you that quick of reinforcement over towards pink side. A lot of times, players will get hesitant after they've had a few falls and be like, all right, I'm going to sit in the base. I'll lay down some cover shots for someone else to push up. But there was zero hesitation there from the member of Gosu crew. Push up towards pink to give that help.
And now you're going to see Ian trying to get back into this one after that great P2 play. Now pushing on over towards the car side. They drop Demon D. They have 2 more players in front of them if they want to try to take this area out and clear it on over to rotate the spawns over towards blue. Brainstorm, he finds that kill on Rami. Demon D is going to slow things down with the grenade. Great job right there. Arctic is able to get that pick. So more action happening on over towards pink side as well. So that's one of those things about Truth. We were talking about it before. There is no time to even breathe here. You got to just constantly be going. Every decision that you make is split decisions by just the hair on your chinny chin chin, Dave. Could be the wrong.
That's about
right,
as full as my beard is too.
It could be the right or wrong decision.
You're right. You should always have some sort of, on maps, especially like Truth, you should have some sort of idea of the state of the game before you're spawning, whether that's rotating through death screens or hearing where your teammates are calling out.
That's sometimes, that's a great point. Sometimes the best information that you can get is in your death screen.
Yep, either death screen or also just hearing those calls, because you should have an idea, because there's going to be plenty of times here on Truth where if you hear a one-shot ping 2 or ping 3, especially back in the day, knowing that if you spawn in some position that you can look there immediately, just get that one extra shot to help a teammate. Yep, you have to just know those angles and be ready for that. If you're just waiting to spawn and just trying to look around the map and try to find where you should be going or what you should be doing, you're a step behind.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most important parts, especially when you're first learning the game, or if there's any new players that are currently watching trying to improve their game, is you got to know the areas on the map. You have to know the callouts, and most importantly, you have to be able to be in a position where if you hear a call out, you know it's worth to look at, or if you have to get in a position to look at it, or if it's better just to hold your position and worry about what's in front of you.
Or even ignore it, yeah, like you said.
And that prioritizing of the kills is literally what can separate so many great players from the good ones.
Yep, I've always kind of gone with the goal where as I'm coming off spawn, if I'm hearing callouts to a spot, if I can see it right away, I'm going to help that immediately. And if I'm out of position or I can't help it, I ignore it completely. I'm going to ignore my panicking teammate calling out one-shot bridge, like, yep, I'm not there. I'm way on the other side of the map. I have no angles on that. I'm going to focus on making sure I get the first shot on any other opponents I see coming around the corner here.
Dave's like, I'll look over there, but if I can't get the kill for myself, then it's not really worth my time, guys. So good luck over there on the car side. I'm just going to sit on over here towards P2. But no, that's a great point to make, and that's what you're seeing here is just great prioritizing of kills. And again, you can't talk about it enough, and sometimes you can overhelp too.
Damn,
and
Rami.
he's doing a great job of laying down all this damage, but sometimes you can overhelp too. And that's one of the things that can plague a lot of players is you get caught up on, you know, shooting this guy, right? And then not realizing another guy could potentially be coming behind you. But as he did that, he flew out there and got towards that kill. So that's another part of when to challenge and when not to challenge too, is sometimes challenging can be a good thing because you are eventually going to die anyway. And a lot of good players, they're going to recognize danger just from playing so much and understanding that, hey, I smell something or something seems a little bit fishy or off here. It's just an internal clock that tells these guys. That's what makes these guys so good.
Yep, they have the Spidey sense. And speaking of Spidey sense, we do have Thor Ragnarok coming out in theaters soon. So you guys should be checking out that movie when that comes on out.
Nice, Dave. How much are they paying you for that one?
Oh man, I don't know about you, but I worked in my contract to get a little bit extra payment for each time I slip it in the cast.
Oh really? I need to get some trigger words in there too. Let's get some funny ones. And also, I don't know what this. Were you trying to pull a Gandhi on me? There was a roll of toilet paper here when I sat down. I don't know what kind of sick joke that was. But
no, I think the
lowest I've stooped was that added in there
the
too?
dual needler pen.
Yeah, that's pretty low. I don't know if you can get any lower than that. But was that slipped in there as well? I don't know what's going on. I don't even want to know actually. 35 to 34 though, we got a game on our hands. Definitely been a lot more interesting than Plaza Strongholds, which was extremely one-sided in the favor of French Toast Mafia. We're going to see here if Gosu Crew can do something that Olympus was kind of doing to them in the previous series, where game 1, very much in their favor. Then they fought back in game 2, pulled it out, and made it one heck of a series. So that's not the good time to be talking about that, though. That's going to be 3 dead. French Toast Mafia with control.
Almost a tied game right there, clearly. It would have been 37-36 prior to that, and French Toast Mafia coming out huge when it counts. However, one thing we have seen them mess up the entire series before against Straight Rippin' is when they do have a lead, when they do have numbers or weapons, it feels like that's when they fall the most. Right there, we have 3 members of French Toast Mafia falling down when they had 3 members killed. And it's baffling to me just seeing those sort of swings there from such a strong squad in French Toast Mafia. My theory is, and based on just seeing a couple plays from like Cloud and such earlier, is they get control, they have numbers, and they try to force a little too much. They try to press their advantage too much. Halo is a game about getting greedy, and you do want to press those advantages, but I feel like French Toast Mafia might do it just a bit too much.
Yeah, and you got to make sure that when you're doing that, you're valuing your life when you get past that mark, Dave. I mean, we're at the 40 kill mark. That's when you expect these teams to hunker down and be disciplined and not make those mistakes that they normally make and have been plagued by. So we'll see if that allows Gosu Crew to get back into this one, but that's a big trade of kills right there. 2 for 1. Arctic trades his life for Triton and Brainstorm, so now it's going to be VTech and Chaser as the last guys trying to do something. They take down Demon D. Is that going to be enough? They also take down Cloud. 3 dead. Arctic's the last guy alive. They're going to need to get into pink, and they're going to need to make sure that they do not give up any of their shields. 1 grenade that comes in on a weak guy, 1 double team, and that is the end of game number 2.
I like this play from French Toast Mafia. They decided to push out car side. Pink can be just such a gamble. You're falling through such a small area, and that one player can jump over to opposite pink side or just run away. Whereas carbine side, you can actually take a bit more ground. Clearly don't want to give that angle towards pink side. That's going to be an obvious position that they have under control. But yeah, right here, you see how VTech is continually going to be concerned about that pink push.
Man, just 1 double team. We talked about it, Dave. Just poked out a little bit too much. You saw him get the kill onto Cloud. Cloud comes off the respawn and says, hey guys, let's formulate a plan. Let's go on over and kill the guy that was laying down the damage across the map. And also Demon D, he probably called him out over from that car side as well. VTech, like you said, he was worried about that area. Could have backed off. Should have played the angles just a little bit more.
I mean,
that's one of those things, though. You just get 2 kills. You got to know where the spawns are going to be. They're going to be over towards your left.
Yeah, it's just tough in VTech's position because there was a situation where those players all pushed out car side, and even 1 player is a huge threat over towards pink. And so it's one of those things that if VTech is not helping lay down shots over at car, they're not going to get kills. In fact, his teammates over at carbine side could get killed.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, too, at one moment, if he ever slips, ever doesn't look at pink, doesn't have a side watched, he could get killed himself. So it just puts the pink player in such a tough position. Whereas before, had they just pushed over towards pink immediately, VTech would have known how to play that situation perfectly.
Right.
Just
and just
backing
imagine
down,
if he had
grenades.
a teammate inside of the window, just scoping that out for him, and if he's sitting inside of P2, baiting them out overall. So, you know, he played it so slow. And then once they got the kills, the internal clock didn't click for him to say, all right, these guys are going to come off the spawn and push. He thought they were going to come off the spawn and turtle. So you got to give credit to French Toast Mafia for getting very aggressive and not standing for this whole let's slow it down thing. They said, hey, guys, we need one more kill. We don't need to formulate some sort of master plan. Let's just play it like we normally do and just chuck a couple grenades, push up the street, and kill these guys pink too.
And that's always a good feeling when you're at the end of the game, you see close out with one kill, and just someone gets the kill. You hate it when it gets down to like 49-49 after you blew like a 4 or 5 kill lead, and it's like, all right, now what's going to happen? Now I'm just going to turtle, and hopefully someone messes up. That's where you like let someone else make a mistake. But French Toast Mafia taking the reins right there and just closing that one out, 50-47. Let's kick it off with Demon D, the player who was laying down a couple shots at VTech in Pink 2 at the end of that last game. Let's see what he's going to do, try to get the sniper control here on Coliseum Flag.
So interesting that both teams kind of changed up their beginning strategies here a little bit. You did see Brainstorm, who was the guy that was going on over towards the pyramid to start in the previous series. Now they ended up sending him in a different spot. It didn't really work out for him. Demon D got the sniper rifle, and he's already ripping off faces. Has a player behind him. Didn't appear on the radar, but there he sees him on the radar now. That's going to give up the player's position. It's going to be Brainstorm. He's going to drop to the Magnum. Rami's going to find one as well. That's going to be 3 dead for Gosu Crew. Where's the last guy alive? He's just crouching inside of the flag. Demon D has no idea he's there. Now he's going to poke out. Misses both of the shots, though. At least takes Ian down to no shields. Has good positioning and good teammate support coming in. But if he was able to take out that guy, the flag would have been long gone already.
And Triton with such a good play right there. Just thrust sliding in over towards that flag platform, making sure he was not visible to Demon D, who he knew was sniping over near Fountain or Cave. So just playing that angle perfectly.
Either way, good pressure exerted in the beginning of the game from French Toast Mafia, but they do give up the weapons on over towards the Gosu Crew. Gosu Crew desperately needs to get some sort of momentum. That was a very, very difficult loss to take in game number 2. 50-47, I believe, was the overall score. They fought really hard towards the end of that Plaza Strongholds game as well. So doing whatever they can to continue their Legendary Cup #1 day. And it looks like they have good positioning right now on the map, but not aware of Cloud pushing up on the street. So that's unfortunate for them, and a great push from Cloud overall. You can see Chaser, he was ready to push on over towards the elbow. That's another 1v1. It looks like that's going to go in the favor of French Toast Mafia, and it does. So a couple of lost fights, and now all of a sudden, it's not looking good for Gosu Crew.
And look at that fake out, just tossing the flag over towards Bomb Scare Shot, doubling back towards the base, and right there, Arctic was put in a tough position. Try to go for the cutoff.
Back.
I did not expect the flag player to come back.
He beat him down with the flag. That hurts.
It's so weird when you're on like that first quarter of the map, like near the opponent's fountain or near this exact spot that Rami's at right now, near like Rocket Corner. Generally, you never bring the flag back towards the opponent's base once you're there. It's like you're always going towards the center of the map at that point. But right there, just want to get a couple style points for that beatdown, I guess. Right there, that's also another big miscommunication in my eyes coming towards Rami, or Rami not understanding the situation, because anytime I've dropped a power weapon, especially rockets, I say if they're in the chamber or they're not in the chamber. And right there, Rami was expecting to pick up those rockets, get an easy kill over on the blue rocket bridge, but that was not the case, as he had to bust out the BR. He wasn't punished in that exact situation, but that is always one of my biggest Halo pet peeves, is when someone has the power weapons like, rockets down here, rockets down here. I go over to pick up the rockets, and they're not even reloaded as I'm getting shot.
Yeah, that one always drives you crazy. But, Dave, I beg to differ. I don't know if you even call out the weapons after you lose them. I feel like you kind of just wait for you to come back off spawn and act like nothing happened, and then, hey, guys, I found rockets.
Hey, man, team with some ogres back in the day, you got to take and keep any power weapons you ever get a hold of. You get to see so few of them. You have to keep them. They're a scarce resource.
You're like a cat hiding like treats inside of the couch or something like that. I can understand definitely when you have those power weapon controllers on your hands. Oh, there was a snipe down. Where's the sniper rifle? I don't know.
I'll get off spawn.
It's not on my X. It's not on my X. Don't look near my X. I didn't have a sniper rifle. No, but definitely you gotta you call it small talk, you know, and you have to communicate all those little details that make a huge difference. Like you said, you got to cut corners, and not even cut corners. You have to just make the fastest decision possible. Like Demon D right there. If he was even there for a half a second longer, maybe even a couple milliseconds longer, he's dead, and he loses sniper, and that's a completely different scenario. Now he's buying some time for his team to advance on the map.
This is an interesting spot right now. I guess he's, what a rocket from Brainstorm. First I was going to say I did not like the positioning from Demon D because his team wasn't switched up far enough and he could possibly get cross map, but
What are these
in
rockets?
retrospect, I feel like it wasn't too bad of a spot, even though he got killed by that rocket.
Oh, the grenade is not going to blow up. Arctic's going to thrust past that one. Are they going to get on this return? No, they can't. They take him out in time, and that was a good effort overall, but still, the standoff continues. Whoever's going to be able to get this flag could potentially be set up for a double cap, Dave. We saw it happen in the previous series, and it's not very rare because you have to have so many resources just to get that flag return. There it is,
Teammate
flag
too.
return coming in. French Toast Mafia, they're already running this second one. VTech, he's going to get that kill on a cloud. It's going to be up to Arctic to hold down this whole snipe side. He gets a kill and keeps a decent amount of his shields, picks up a double as well. So now it's a 2-on-2 situation. The grenade does not land as expected. At least Rami does touch the flag there for French Toast Mafia. Are they going to be able to relay this one? They are. A couple of players on over towards the elbow. Numerous players for Gosu Crew laying down some shots, but that's going to be the second flag going on over to French Toast Mafia. One more. They are moving on to the grand finals.
French Toast just kept getting every single kill they needed. It started with Arctic over at the snipe side, getting that crucial 1v1 kill on snipe side, and then eventually getting that finish over on another player towards Rocket Runway. Now, after that, they just had to get kill per kill and then move the flag. You notice how Rami kind of picked up his part, got a kill, moved it a bit away. Same with Cloud, aka Scotty, moving it the rest of the way towards his rocket corner. But it's just a great team effort. It wasn't like they had all 4 slays, had a uncontested run of that flag back. They had to kill 3 or 4 members
and
on that flag run back. And it was his teammate.
Well, that's the thing is, you know, it's so demoralizing for Gosu Crew after getting so close in game number 2. And then all of a sudden, it looks like you're in a great position. You're tied up 0-0. You have the enemy flag. They have yours. Thinking, all right, whatever. You know, worst case scenario, it's going to be 1-0. Well, guess what? You're down 2-0 now, and you only have 5.5 minutes left to make something happen. And you're almost back to that scenario that you were in Strongholds Plaza, where you have to execute almost perfectly.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially when they've kind of been on the back foot this entire time. You can tell a team that is getting outslayed, kind of the back foot, are the ones that are generally going to go for more desperate grabs. I'm not disagreeing fully with what Brainstorm did right there, but it's just shows how his team is in such little control of the map that he feels that his best chance to capture right now is to go flank all the way to the other side of the map and just get a flag pull. He didn't even get a kill before pulling that flag. That's just pure desperation setting in.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to make too much happen, and you really fall into that trap, like you said, when you fall behind. So now they're going to have to reset here, start brainstorming a little bit more, and see what they can do. Put their heads together and try to make something happen over here. It's going to be very difficult with Demon D in this position. I like this. He can lay down shots on the rocket players. He's even slow playing it and just going for the assassination, but oh no.
Man, I wish we could go to a listen-in right there with French Toast Mafia towards the end of that scenario. I would love to hear Demon D.
Definitely a dude.
Yeah, there was a dude to start it off, and then I'm sure it wasn't, man, that was unfortunate. It's okay, I'll get him next time. I'm sure it wasn't that. I'm not sure. He'd probably set something else
There was no curse words. There was nothing bad being said about that at all. He was just like, good play by that other guy. He really got me. Better luck next time. Oh, man. Third and potentially final flag being ran right there. Brainstorm, he's able to pick up a kill, but this flag is being touched again very shortly. It looks like Arctic was the one to get aggressive on that one, and he does. He's not able to get that touch, so the flag returned just slightly. Is this bait, or are they going to go for this one? Demon D, he's got the rockets. He lays down 1 kill, make that 2 kills on the Brainstorm. Rami, now he's going to grab the flag, tossing it out fairly far as well. Now it's going to be up to Chaser coming off the spawn. Tech 9, he's not in position either. It's going to be the final flag cap going in for French Toast Mafia, 3-0. Well fought coming in from Gosu Crew. Game 2 fairly close. Game 3 kind of got away from him at the end, but you got to give it to him how close that game was up until things really, really started to blow up when that flag got returned. And then the double cap coming in, 22 kills for Arctic, 9 and 15 overall, 2 on the assists and deaths. Very low deaths coming in from the rest of the guys, everyone going positive or even, so that's a good sign for them.
Yeah, one other impressive stat I'm noticing at the very bottom, the PGL admin account has 140 different rec packs to open, so that is also
wow.
another great stat to keep track of there
Good
on
luck
the
with that
stat
one.
screen.
Good luck with that. Need the open all feature for when you have that many recs. But 3-0 was game number 3. It was the series score overall. As we mentioned, game number 2, very close, 50-47. It could have potentially happened. They fought fairly well towards the tail end of Plaza Strongholds as well. Coliseum could have made some things happen overall, but French Toast Mafia, they move on to the grand finals. They're going to be facing off against Straight Rip, and it's going to be a best of 7. And keep in mind, Straight Rip, and since they won that winners bracket finals match, they have to lose twice, or French Toast Mafia has to beat them in that first best of 7, set that bracket reset up, and then try to become Legendary Cup #1 champions. Dave, what do you think going into this series?
Going into the series, I mean, we are seeing a hot French Toast Mafia squad. They had they went to game 5 before with Straight Rippin'. It was super close that entire series. You could maybe point at like that Plaza Slayer being an anomaly with how bad they got beaten there, 50-32. But I expect a great match here. I mean, we've seen French Toast Mafia play in multiple Legendary Cups before, playing the likes of Auction Supremacy, and in many cases, getting so close to those bracket resets. I would not count them out yet.
It's